I woke up recently and it felt like I had been hit by a piano. I started thinking about what I've been doing over the past few years, and it all became very clear that I need to build something huge that capitalizes on my personal investing knowledge and experience, as well as my extensive experience writing software and building cool apps. See, for the past 17 years, I've been a daily student of the markets. I first became interested in the markets when I was in graduate school at Columbia University in New York. I was walking around campus and saw a reprint of an article Warren Buffett had done back in 1984 called The Superinvestors of Graham and Doddsville. I found out at the time that the father of value investing talked about in the article, Benjamin Graham, had also been a professor at Columbia University. I bought a copy of The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. I pored over this book and I was hooked. Fast forward a few years to 2008, and I saw a storm brewing clear as day. By this time, I was working in engineering at one of the largest aerospace defense contractors in the world, and was pumping as much money as I could into the markets out of every paycheck. I kept studying stock after stock, and as 2008 transitioned into 2009, I could see I was living in the opportunity of a lifetime, with all these quality stocks having tanked to jaw-dropping levels. The whole market was on fire sale. Companies like Chipotle Mexican Grill, Intuitive Surgical, Apple, Under Armour, Las Vegas Sands, Ford, Monster Energy, then called Hanson Natural, and many others were at steep, absurdly low discounts, and I was buying them up left and right. I remember multiple people I knew began pulling their money out near the bottom in early 2009, and I saw that as a sign to start piling in. This ended up being a life-changing decision for me, as I ended up making so many hundreds of percent in returns that I was ultimately able to leave my job and pursue a career making iPhone apps in the early days of the iPhone App Store. Again, from all this, I was able to continue pouring money into the markets and continuing to learn more and more along the way. As a few more years passed, valuations in the market began to reach new highs, and I began to branch out my knowledge into studying trend analysis. I briefly dabbled in technical analysis and found this to lack enough mathematical basis for my engineering taste. This is when I started to blend my coding knowledge with my investing knowledge to build my first crude trading assistant on an Excel spreadsheet in 2015. It combined value-based investing criteria with trend-following analysis in attempts to beat the market. This also was beating the market for me. I kept studying more and more about this and realized I needed to make this even more software-based, which is when I began to do a deep dive into learning the science behind systematic trading. I decided this was something I needed to learn more about, so I enrolled in a number of courses on machine learning and coding neural networks from scratch so that I could understand the science behind them. Now, fast forward a few more years to today in my piano smashing vision. I'll get to that in just a second. But first, I want to talk about another vision I had only a few weeks ago. This one involves you. Yes, you, right there, watching this video. I've been doing all of this coding and tens of thousands of trades over the years, all alone from my home office. I wanted to pull back the curtain a bit, so to speak, and that's why I started a stock story. Outside of my trading journey, I've also done some other cool things, like learning to brew my own beer, getting a pilot certificate in instrument rating, and earning my jiu-jitsu blue belt. My friends in college always told me that they love listening to my stories, and that's what a stock story is all about. It's going to bring a little bit of everything, but most importantly, we are going to demystify investing. So many channels out there are dropping pianos of numbers and boring lecture-style information, so I thought, how about we just spice this shit up a bit? Let's make this a little bit more fun. Like you've probably heard online, YOLO, or you only live once. And that's why I'm doing this. So let's all learn about the stock market together. I'm also working on my most advanced trading system to date, but it's a work in progress. With the proliferation of the AI trading bots, I realized I needed to upgrade my system into something that can compete in the AI age. So that's what I'm doing behind the scenes. I'll keep everybody in the loop on that as more info becomes available. Until then, let's have a good time enjoying the markets and remember that you only live once. There's no redo. So with that, cheers to everyone who wants to head out on this journey with me. There's going to be some bumps and we're going to hit some waves. I'm confident we'll come out on top on the other side. Also, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy trying to beat the market and share my journey with people like you. Everybody's situation is different, so any decisions you make are best to be made with a licensed financial advisor. In the meantime, cheers to kicking the market's ass. Let's see what we can do.